in my opinion, I think assisted suicide, it really depends what it is, right? But the thing is that Bill did it too, because like he felt like if there's no you, there's no me. So he felt the need to do it. And I know people might be like, okay, he's like, oh, I lived my life. My purpose was you. You were my purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people were like, oh my God, such a great love story. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's like this
Yeah.
is so amazing. And
Yeah.
and then you go ahead and read this.
Yeah.
Last of Us, the director says he wanted to trick audience into watching a gay love story.
Right when Lost Tales made the comment, you uploaded it.
Yeah. So yeah, there it is. Yeah, Lost Tales. Yeah, you got it right there. But yeah, Last of Us director Peter Hoare, nice name, said he wanted to trick his audience into watching a gay love story in an episode of HBO Max's new apocalyptic drama. So the thing is that why this worked so well is because the first 2 episodes were pretty good. The first episode was probably the best. Second episode was like, okay, more character building. And then it's like, we got him, right? We got him. All right, let's put the shit in there. Let's put this shit in there. Right. And in my opinion, it's not bad, but the thing is that it didn't further the story with Bill. Like I said, if Bill didn't die, it would have made more sense. It would have made more sense for you to do it, is because now we're following a character who is gay. And the fact that you killed off a character who is gay, it's like okay, but you have Ellie, but not a lot of normies don't know Ellie is a lesbian yet. They don't know, right? So the thing is that this show is for people who has not played the game. And I understand that. So then I have a feeling that's the reason why they wanted to push it. Or who is gay is known for his work for the on the British LGBT plus a miniseries It's a Sin. Said that he wanted the viewers to see that it was the same love as straight people, but just between 2 guys. The thing is, I think why a lot of people were like, the people who are more like, okay, I don't need to see this kind of stuff, is because it doesn't attract your typical audience, right? It's like, what is like, when how many percentage of the entire world population is heterosexual? I'm pretty sure like 85%, right? Pretty sure that's the percentage. And the thing is that, so this is not for your overall general audience. So what you're going to do is normalize it, right?
Yeah.
Not wrong, but the thing is that but you're going to get some pushback. And I think
exactly.
they did this purposely to be divisive. And it's sort of like, haha, take that, straight people, take that. We're going to put our gay stuff in there. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But like you said, I think they went a little bit too hard on it. I think that's the reason why a lot of people are like, okay, look, we get it. I think like the strawberry scene was like, it was nice, but it was not needed. Like, how does this further the story?
Yeah.
Like none of it does, right? It's just it's like the steak stuff, and then going back, and then them dying old and stuff. Yes, it's sad, but it's sort of like, okay, it's a closed story, move on. And it's just like a filler episode. Sometimes you have to sort of trick the rest of the world into watching these things before they're like, oh my God, it was two guys. I just realized. Hoare told Inverse Magazine ahead of the release of the zombie series, the 3rd episode. I think then they might understand that it's all real. It's just the same love. In the first 2 episodes of the series adapted by the popular video game, the show focused on fighting zombies. However, the 3rd one veered off course with a self-contained romance between 2 surviving men, Bill, which is played by Nick Offerman. I do like Nick Offerman. And Frank, played by Murray Bartlett, who hadn't been infected with the virus. Reading through the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, their episode didn't sit well with many who suggested skipping it, as most of it episodes consisted of romance between 2 men. Exactly. It felt like if you're watching like an anime, it's like, oh, this is one of the filler episodes. You can skip it. If episode 3 were about a heterosexual couple, fans would have still been bored and disappointed. Yes. If it's about like 2 people, like two straight people having sex and stuff like that, is there actual nudity? If there isn't, then you didn't even skip it. Most fans were watching for the most fans are watching for the adaptation of a video game about fighting zombies, not a full episode about romance.
Yeah. Actually, I have stuff I mentioned in my video, like in defense of what they did with Bill and Frank. It's like they can in a TV series where the audience is much more broad. You can't have Ellie and Joel running around fighting zombies for every episode.
Mhm.
But at the same time, for this episode, I think they went, yeah, as I said, they went too far in the romance. They should have had some points where they had to fight infected. They had to try to navigate to survive. They should have
Mhm.
struck an equilibrium between the romance portion and fighting the infected and struggling to find the means to survive. I think that would have made the episode much more easy to absorb and have a more generally well received reception.
Yeah, I think and that's the reason why. Like, if they, I would say the Raiders. I think that scene was was okay. There's a lot of things that I wish they would fix because there's a lot of mistakes. But if they added in like there was more zombies trying to invade that or come into the city, it's because there's no, like in the beginning of the episode you see Bill literally just driving around with his car, and like that shit's fucking loud. Wouldn't you attract zombies? It's like you should be, but no, you only attracted one. You need to attract more, right? And you can show like it's because it seemed like they're in paradise. Not,
Yeah, it's a
nothing
utopia.
is wrong. Nothing is wrong. And that's the reason why, like, as much as I didn't like the later seasons of The Walking Dead, what Walking Dead did perfect was knowing that there's threats outside your quote unquote safe space, right? Like when they went into that that small city, or when they went into the prison, like there's always zombies outside trying to come in. It's because they know there's like things in there that they need to eat or kill, whatever. And this just seems like it was like such a perfect thing. They're in paradise, nothing is wrong, and then you get like what, six like raiders that came that clearly they didn't need to leave the house for them to get killed, and you get one zombie. It didn't
Yeah,
feel there was any threat. It just seems like, if they added, like you said, if they added more zombies, I think it would just make the equilibrium and the delicate balance between, drama and action or suspense, right? Um, let's see. We all know why the episode is receiving high praise. Let's calm down. They didn't respect the existing story with the game with this episode 3. Terrible. Another one wrote. One shared, episode 3 was an hour of my life I will never get back. Just watch the first 2 episodes, wait until episode 4 comes out. And in Common Sense Media, a reviewer slammed the site for only showing reviews based off the first and early episodes. There is a sex between two men in episode 3, not mentioned anywhere. For new and current series, there should be a weekly update from new review team. I wrote a similar review to the Terminal List series as of today, and it's still not updated. Very irresponsible to parents/guardians who use this site, especially those who subscribe monthly. Please fix. Yeah. And the thing is, I I'm surprised. I have a feeling that a lot of people who really, really love this episode, because all over my Facebook, everyone's like, "Have you seen episode 3? I'm crying. Oh my god, I'm not crying. You're crying. Oh my god, it's so great. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's the best shit ever." The reason why Nick Offerman is not canceled right now is because the episode was it hit them really hard, and because a lot of them cried. Because if you think about it, um a lot of people who are part of the LGBTQ community do not like people who are not in the LGBTQ community playing a person who's in that community. So if you have to be gay to play a gay character, you have to be trans to play a trans character. I remember they canceled Scarlett Johansson's movie that was supposed to come out several years ago. She was the director or the writer made a movie that the person that they want to play this character was Scarlett Johansson. And then they found out that this person was going to be a trans character, and they're like, you can't have Scarlett Johansson. You need to have an actual trans person to play
as
this
character
character.
person. Yeah,
So the fact that Nick Offerman isn't canceled, because Nick Offerman is straight. I believe he is married to Megan Mullally, and she was in Will and Grace, and she played Karen. So that the fact that he's not canceled shows that they're taking a double standard. A lot of the people in the community are taking a double standard, is because they should be up in arms right now. They should be like, why did Nick Offerman play a gay character? But what they're going to say is, well, he's actually could have been bi, and because it wasn't 100% mentioned. But maybe they saying, oh, Nick Offerman could be bi. You don't know because he never said it doesn't mean he isn't or he is. And I think that's where um like sort of my gripes with this episode is just like, yeah, it's all filler. It's beautifully shot. It's cool, but it's not needed. And I I am looking forward to episode 4. But the thing is that, like, I know a lot of people would just be like, oh yeah, just skip this one, because I know that I think your initial thing when you told me is like episode 3 was amazing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and then I think it's sort of like you got off that the initial like high of like, oh wow, that was good, and then once you start dissecting it, you're like, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm thinking about like wasn't that great,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but is that, do you feel the same as
Y-
how I feel about it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still think it's good. It's just that, yeah, it's like, but again, what's our definition of good here? It's like,
Mhm,
good cinematography, good acting. Yeah, that's the good parts. Like it really branches out Frank much more. That's what I
mhm,
mean by good. But in terms of everything else, in terms of its practicality and how it fits to the universe, that's
mhm,
where it starts to. I started to think again. It's like, okay, maybe I gave it too high of a regard. Yeah, I think you were
mhm.
right. I gave it too high of a regard. So yeah, all in all, it's yeah. I hope that there's gonna be much maybe more nuance in the next episodes. Well,
Yeah.
come to think of it, there's still I don't recall any more gay characters, so maybe
Other
that's
other
gonna
than
be
Ellie, right? Like,
oh
you just
yeah,
said that
Ellie is
the DLC, you feel like it's gonna be a flashback?
yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know if you want me to tell you what happens there, but it's oh yeah, yeah, that's gonna be an angle, another angle for Neo to insert. That's gonna
Yeah,
be another
so
angle. Yeah.
and we have 10 or 9 episodes, right? So, like, the fact that we're
Not
on
that's the
episode
thing. 9. So oh yeah, that's another thing I yeah. Thank you for reminding me. That's another thing I mentioned in the videos. Like they allotted an entire episode for this romance story. So it's like
yeah,
that's gonna cause like art it's gonna feel rushed all because they have to go through so many other places and to go through so many other antagonists. So
mhm,
I said in the video it might feel rushed if they only have like how many 6 episodes left, like six
yeah,
episodes to cover everything. So it's like
yeah.
it's gonna feel rushed for me.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.